RevenueWize keyword and ASIN research. For research and discovery purposes, we typically use the Amazon auto campaigns. Auto campaigns includes 4 types of groups: close match, loose match, which usually generate search terms, and complements and substitutes, which are meant to identify and generate ASINs we can target. The campaign objectives are for discovery and research purposes, generating relevant search terms, and for sales, which case is generating low-cost sales. Configuring auto campaigns usually has a single bid, which we typically set it to a low bid for each of the group. Each group can include hundreds and sometimes even thousands of search terms that Amazon will generate. Typical results are lists of terms with ASINs and different levels of impressions, clicks, and different levels of performance for each of these terms. Auto campaigns have flaws. Their flaws are due to the fact that we set one bid for the entire group. So at times we have hundreds or thousands of terms that have one single bid for all, and we all know and understand this isn't the optimal case. In addition, when setting a low bid for the auto campaigns, at times the bid might not generate the relevant level of impressions if it's too low. And if we set multiple campaign types, for example, close match and loose match, Amazon will generate duplicate search terms per each of those groups. So an example can be an auto campaign that we've set for a polo shirt product. We set the bid to 50 cents, and there are search terms, relevant ones, such as men's polo shirt, that for generating impressions, the minimal bid is $1.50. So 2 things can happen. One is that we're going to get very, very few bids and very, very few clicks, so we're not going to be able to identify and understand the potential of the relevant search term. On the contrary, the auto campaign might not generate any impressions at all for this relevant search term. So how does RevenueWize overcome that? So RevenueWize, first of all, we create research campaigns. These research campaigns are generate keywords based on Amazon sponsored brands engine, which we found to be a very, very powerful and accurate and relevant identification engine. So all the terms that we pull come from there. We create 2 keywords per each term, a broad keyword and a phrase keyword. That way we have search terms that are relevant based on the broad and the phrase keyword for it. We then set the Amazon suggested bid per keyword. So for the broad keyword, we use the Amazon suggested, and the phrase keyword relevant to that term. In this sense, we can make sure that we can generate the relevant level of impressions that Amazon think that are relevant. In addition, we create a filter so we do not create any duplicates. So we scan the account, we look at any terms that are already existing and already exist. We do not go ahead and generate duplicates for them. The result is that we have relevant keywords and we have a bid that is unique per keyword, and there are no duplications. The same goes for the ASIN. The ASINs that are recommendations are also based on the sponsored brand engine. What we typically do is we create manual ASINs. So we create a manual ASIN per each that is identified under the same campaign. We use the Amazon suggested bid per that ASIN to try and ensure that from the start, we're going to start getting impressions and clicks, and we filter anything that is already existing in our system so there are no duplicates. So the result is that we have relevant ASINs, we have a bid that's relevant for each of those ASINs, and we do not generate any duplicates. So in this method, basically, we can go ahead and identify additional terms and their potential that the auto campaign is currently we're not able to see or is not generating for us. Typically, we recommend setting the research campaigns in addition and on top of the auto campaign. So we do not replace the auto campaigns. We let the auto campaigns continue running for the simple reason that auto campaigns at low bid sometimes do generate sales at low cost. So we don't want to lose that. We continue using the auto campaign, but we strengthen them using the RevenueWize research campaigns per keyword or per ASIN.